Good afternoon everyone, SBG here on this Monday afternoon. It's about 1 p.m. Recently I've noticed that there are still quite a few of these self-improvement type videos within the manosphere, and I've always thought that these PUA type self-improvement red pill videos are a lot of nonsense, but recently I've noticed that they are adding in that the black pill is possibly dangerous for especially young men, and that the black pill is a very negative sort of thing. I've never liked these people who make the self-improvement videos talking about how men have to improve themselves, because it's always a one-way thing. And the self-improvement is not about doing it for yourself. It's always about self-improving yourself to attract women. And these guys, these men who are making these BS self-improvement type videos need to ask themselves, what are you self-improving for? I can understand why some men should so-called improve themselves. For example, if you are overweight, you are obese, you should lose weight. That's just common sense, because you can get heart disease, you can get diabetes. There's a correlation between obesity and some types of cancer as well. So obviously we need to take care of our health. But this idea of improving for the sake of women is just a total nonsense. Just look around at the quality of women nowadays. Do you think they are into self-improvement? Are they improving themselves? I mean the types of women who are on TikTok, OnlyFans, this sort of thing, single mothers. So why should a man bother trying to improve himself for very low quality types of women? The women certainly are not improving themselves. They need to improve a hell of a lot, and they are not doing anything to improve themselves. So why should men even bother? I've always thought this is just a lot of garbage. If you want to improve your life, do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else, especially not for Western women nowadays. And something else that I find very annoying is that in the comments under some of these self-improvement videos, you will have some Gen X type simps who will say things like, oh, I think black pill is very negative, it's nonsense. Back in my day, there was never any problem in regard to relationships with women. Well, it's 2023, it's not 1985. And the social dynamic now is totally different to how it was in the 80s and the 90s. There was no social media, and women could not just dial up a Chad like you dial up a pizza. And that's the situation that has developed now. There was no social media around in 1984 or 1985. People had to actually go out and interact to meet each other. And I don't just mean in regard to relationships between men and women, so-called romantic relationships. I mean relationships in general between people. So the social dynamic has totally changed. It's totally different now. So any Gen X guy who was around in the early and mid 80s as a teenager or in their early 20s needs to understand what's going on now. So it's not just the young guys who are promoting this self-improvement nonsense, it's also some of the older men who just dismiss the black pill and the problems that some young men are experiencing nowadays. There are a few people who are making videos who get it, who understand it. There are many men who are just talking nonsense. They are grifters and profiteers and are just doing it to get views and to make money. So we have to work out who's telling the truth and who is talking BS. The black pill is nothing but the truth, and this society, mainstream media and government, does not want young men especially to know the truth about what's going on and how society really is. So men like me are just telling how it is, the real situation that's occurring within our current society. Anyway, gents, let me know how you feel, how you think in regard to this, and I'll talk to you later. Cheers.